This is not a message about overthinking. This is a message about divided authority. Many people believe they are confused, when in fact they are just listening to too many versions of themselves at once. You see, confusion is often treated as a personal trait. People say, I'm just a confused person. People say, I've always been indecisive. People say, my mind is scattered. But confusion is not who you are. No. Confusion happens, or allow me, confusion is what happens when no one is clearly in charge inside. Confusion is not a lack of intelligence. In fact, it often appears in thoughtful, capable, and self-aware people. People who reflect. People who can care about getting things right. People who can see multiple perspectives at once. The problem is not that they see too little. The problem is that they see too much without hierarchy. Inside many people lives a quiet committee. A committee where one voice wants safety, another wants growth, another wants approval, another just wants to rest, and another wants to finally move. Each of those voices has a reason. Each voice sounds convincing as well. And because no single authority has been appointed, every decision becomes a negotiation. This does not produce clarity. It produces paralysis. You see, when leadership is absent, systems stall. The same is true internally. Confusion is not chaos. It is unresolved command. Confusion happens when past versions of you still vote. It happens when inherited rules still apply. It happens when external expectations still speak internally. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is wrong with your thinking. Your structure is simply overcrowded. Most people respond to confusion by doing one thing: thinking harder. They analyze, they journal, they replay conversations, they list pros and cons. But clarity does not emerge from effort alone. Because if authority is divided, more thinking only multiplies the voices. Here is a truth worth noticing. Confusion is what happens when too many internal authorities are allowed to speak at once. And this is not weakness. This is mismanagement. You see, a mind cannot lead if it is constantly being briefed. Confusion is information, and nowadays, in an era where data is sovereign, confusion gives you some of the best information, some of the best data about yourself. It tells you where you are still negotiating your own permission. It tells you where you are still carrying borrowed mandates. And it tells you where you have not decided who gets the final word. Confusion is not asking you to think more. Confusion is asking you to choose who governs. Clarity does not arrive with a revelation. Clarity arrives quietly. It arrives quietly the moment one voice is allowed to lead. Not the loudest voice, not the most anxious one, not even the most familiar one, but the one voice that can hold responsibility without needing agreement from the others. When authority is reseated, something subtle happens in here. The mind does not become louder, it becomes quieter. Confusion fades not because all questions are answered, but because negotiation ends. And when negotiation ends, direction returns. You are not confused by nature. You are not broken in your thinking. Confusion is a symptom. And symptoms point to structure, not identity. When authority is restored internally, clarity does not need to be forced. Clarity returns.